Hello, my loopy brother and sisters. Guess what? Let me see if I can maneuver with one hand. It is raining out here. And I'm standing outside. Let me get myself together so I can show you all the rain. Okay. Now it won't rain inside my... Okay. So, I had an appointment with my pain management specialist today. And today of all days, it is Thursday. I think it's the 18th. The Thursday before Christmas. And it said it was going to rain on my little tablet. You know how you have the little desktop program or app where it lets you know what the weather prediction is for the day. So I told my daughter it's supposed to rain. And she was like, yeah. You know, this is Los Angeles and it never rains here. Even when they say it's going to rain, it's always some other place like in the valley somewhere and not in the metro city. So I'm at my doctor's office and I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see it is raining. Yay, it's raining. Can you see the rain? Yay. It's raining, it's raining, it's raining. So, let me update you guys while it's raining. I'm standing out in the rain because I have about an hour before my taxi comes. But because I do miss the rain, you know, being from the South, we get a lot of rain. We get all 4 seasons. And here they get summer, maybe a little spring, and then summer again. I don't even think they get a fall. At any rate, about 2 weeks ago, I had to go to the local hospital because my orthopedic surgeon ordered some hip injections, similar to the ones that they did in my knee. And I got the name of them. Actually, I think I have it in my purse, but because it's raining, I can't really get to everything in my purse because I have to hold my umbrella. You remember this umbrella, the one that I said every person with lupus need to have? This is my, SPF umbrella, and it actually works in the rain too. So at any rate, so they did the hip injections, and right before they did it, I was at my absolute worst. I think I was peaking at my pain level about a 9.5, and I was just at a point to where I had just decided if this was the best my life was going to be, then I didn't know Jesus could come on home and, you know, come on and get me and bring me home. I just didn't know if I could even manage for another 30 or 40 years with my hip like that. And so they did the hip injections, and they did numb it, and I thought that they were, you know, they were going to do a local. And you know, I do have a high pain threshold, but with the lupus, it's just a totally different type of pain. I'm not going to say a different level of pain, but it's a different type of pain. I think the aggressiveness of the pain is totally different than anything I've experienced before in the past. So I think what all the times in years past where I've had this high pain threshold, I was introduced to a new type of pain when I ended up having this autoimmune stuff. So I went ahead and said, okay, so they're not going to do a general where I'd be asleep. So they're going to do a local. So I went ahead and medicated myself before I went. I took my regular breakthrough pain dose of 2 morphines and a Percocet. So I took that about an hour before the procedure. I took it at the hospital. And so when they did the local and was doing everything else, I actually had a little help in the pain area, but it really didn't seem that bad. And I'm not sure if it was because I medicated beforehand or if it really wasn't that bad. But they did, and then they put you into the MRI machine or the CAT scan. Yeah, the CAT scan. They put you into the CAT scan, and then they take a picture of it, an image, and then they have you breathe, the same way. And then they bring you out, and then he marks it again, and then he goes in, he puts some some dye into it to get some contrast in the area of the joint where he's going to put the medication. So he put in some pain medication inside the joint, and then he also put in some medication like the cortisone, but it wasn't cortisone. I have the name of it, but it does, kind of the same thing that cortisone does. So he put that in, and so they told me to give it a few days for it to really absorb into my joint. And miraculously, I don't know if I put up before the pictures that I took of my ankle when it was just like really swollen, but it's been swollen for a couple of months. It'd go down here and there, but it always come back up, and it never went completely down. It was always just a little swelling in it. If I didn't put up a video with those, I'll put the pictures at the end of this video so you can see. But miraculously, a few days after that procedure, all my swelling went down in my left leg, because it was the left hip that they injected. All the swelling went down in my left leg and my left ankle and my left foot. So it really did help. So I think most of the swelling that I was experiencing in my foot was because of my hip. Imagine that. So that's been doing good. I've really been doing really good with it, kind of like the knee injections that they did after they did my knee surgery. They did the knee injections, and they worked really well. And I walked really well after they did the knee injections, and so it was the same with the hip. And he did say, though, I'm going to sit this down because my hand is going numb. That's just one of the, ouch. So my fingers are already starting to puff up just from holding that. But it's numb already. But so he did tell me that he probably would just have to go ahead and replace the left hip, which I have been telling them for years. I need 2 new hips and 2 new knees. But because I was so young, they really tried to wait. But when he did the x-ray, my orthopedic surgeon, when he did the x-ray before ordering the hip injection, he said that the x-rays didn't really match the pain that I was having. And he said, and it could be that we just need to replace it. But just like I told him, with my right knee, before they did surgery, they didn't realize it was as bad as what it was until they went in there and realized that there was absolutely nothing there. And my bones was just grinding together and just actually shaving itself down, just from the movement of my daily activities. So I told him, I said it could be the same thing with that. We don't know how bad it really is until we get in there. But I know the pain level, and I know I can pretty much accurately rate my pain. I'm not one of those who will really be at a pain level 4 or 5 and be saying it's a 7 or 8. If my pain level is a 7 or 8, I can really pretty much pinpoint it. And once you go in there, you'll see, this now it does explain why she was at a pain level 7, 8 or something like that. So I got the hip injection done, and that was good. So I'm happy about that. Let's see. I think I told you guys I have my kidney biopsy. And so when I went back to see him after the biopsy and the follow-up, he said that I have toxic poisoning of some sort in my kidneys. And he's not sure if it's coming from one of my medications or not. So he's going to have to try to isolate the meds to see. And for now, he's taking me off of all of my over-the-counter things, like the calcium supplements, the vitamin D supplements, And the, what else? He took me off of the cranberry chews that I was on, and all of those things. So he's taken me off of all of that. And then when I go back to see him in January, um, then, um, oh, sorry. I stand on that knee and I'm not supposed to, but gosh, it hurts. And, but at any rate, what else has been going on? I hope I've talked to you guys since Thanksgiving. We had a nice Thanksgiving quiet. My daughter cooked everything from the entrees and the sides to the desserts. So I didn't have to do anything. And man, I was like on fire because I was just so happy. And didn't know what to do. I probably could have done some somersaults. I'm telling you the truth. Because that's the first Thanksgiving that I didn't have to cook since my teens, because I had kids young, so I was being an adult very young. So, but this Christmas, I think I'm gonna cook. I want to do something non-traditional, like a rib roast or something like that, maybe, and maybe some dressing. My daughter made dressing for Thanksgiving, and oh God. I mean, everything she made, she used my recipe. She's always watched me over the years, and this year she said, Mom, I think it's time for me to just go ahead and put it to the test. I told her how to make cheesecake and everything, and she makes that superbly. She makes it better than me now. So I don't even worry about that. Let me see. If this is my access card. But anyway, so I might cook something like that. But I'm going to do some videos from now until Christmas so you guys can know that I'm thinking about you and that I'm keeping in touch and everything. And so it's stopping the rain. Let me let you see. Boo, boo, boo. So the rain has stopped. Boo, boo, boo. I don't like that, but I guess I have to go with the flow, right? It is what it is. And that's all that it is. Can't be more than what it is, right? So, at any rate, okay. Toodles, I'm already 12 minutes. I know you guys don't like the long videos, so I'm going to go. I'll make another one when I get home, and I'll upload this. Promise I'll upload this. I make so many videos and never upload them. And that's why I'm not in touch as much as I used to, because I never upload my videos, because sometimes, you know, with this tablet that I have now, it doesn't always upload, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to put it on my computer, and then I'm going to do this, and a lot of times I can't get it to work right, so I give up. But, okay, so shout out to all my Lupies, okay, the Anne Marie, Brenda, Angie, gosh, everybody, who else? Oh, gosh. I can't remember everybody's YouTube channel name now. I haven't heard anything else about Tremia since I did that last update for Anne Marie. But if I hear anything, I'll make a special video and title it Update on Tremia. I'll check and see if there's an update, and then I'll put that up so you guys can know. And in the meantime, let me see if I can see a plane. There's a plane coming in. Let me let you see it. See the plane? Yay! There's a plane coming in. There was a plane coming in. So I'll let you guys know if there's any updates on her. But I'll talk to you guys later. Loopy lovies and pulls of spoons. Okay? And cute little puppies too.